Well, despite what we've been telling you in the forecast the last few days, Saturday has been quite warm as expected, and even at this hour, still quite mild, much warmer than this time last night. 55 degrees right now at Savannah Hilton International Airport. Light winds out of the south continue, but those turn more westerly as we get closer to the start of the day. Viper radar is picking up on some shower activity, and we can expect some scattered showers to move through the area, particularly later on in the evening, but these will be more on and off. But the batch of moisture we are tracking is going to eventually move in from the west, middle Georgia, essentially all along I-75 now, getting in on a persistent soaking rain. And this is all Gulf moisture streaming in, and that's going to continue to be the case now for pretty much the next about 18 hours as we track this system moving through the region. With that, though, cold air is going to be mixing in with this moisture, and hence we do have winter weather advisories for portions of our area. Montgomery and Toombs counties goes into effect at 3 a.m. and for all of these western counties, including Appling, Bacon, and Jeff Davis County, it continues until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's essentially when the moisture is going to shut off, and this is for the potential for very light accumulations of snow as snow mixes in. Weather aware of the next couple of days because of the threat for snow for our inland communities and the refreeze that's possible for nearly all of the area. So tracking this, we do have the rain and eventually the snow mix moving in for portions of the morning hours, looking like all rain to start. And again, these temperatures are going to be much cooler the farther west you go of I-95, but also thing to note, that snow can mix in at any temperature above freezing if you have cold enough air right off the ground. So either way, that sticks around. Then we finally do get to see improvement in conditions, albeit a blustery and cold one by the afternoon. So again, weather aware Sunday and Monday due to this. Scattered showers going to move in and all rain up till about daybreak. Snow is going to mix in west to east, and there is that opportunity for all snow for farthest west communities, and that's generally going to be our farther out west communities west of Statesboro. That's going to be where the snow is likely to fall, and it's going to end by the afternoon. Refreeze concerns are in play Sunday night into the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So the front is moving through as we speak, and the moisture is all behind this boundary, and it all continues to stream in. We'll also be watching an upper level disturbance come in, and that's going to help bring in that colder air and combine it with that moisture to bring the possibility of some snowflakes mixing in. So again, all rain to start your Sunday. Then we get into the rest of the day. Here's the main corridor of snow is actually going to generally be in the Macon area out to about, say, Swainsboro, and that corridor is going to have the most persistent snowfall. And this is one computer model run, one projection, may not necessarily be what Viper radar looks like tomorrow, but start to get those snowflakes mixing in, and the rain is not going to be coming down in downpours like this. I can assure you that either way, but start to see the snow mixing in. But the question is, how cold does that air get? But either way, the moisture is going to be moving through. A few snowflakes mix in for our eastern areas, but things begin to dry out by the evening. But either way, going to be quite a cold night, and the main concern then will become that refreezing. So the forecast thinking really hasn't changed. Looking at a coating to isolated areas of 1/2 an inch to 1 inch for our farthest west communities, and cold rain about 1/2 an inch to 3/4 of an inch possible for some portions of our area that are the big winners, and some snow is perhaps going to mix in as well. But this is not going to be a high impact snowfall accumulation event because these road temperatures are going to stay much too warm through the day, not even getting below 40 degrees to start off. And the concern then becomes that refreezing by the start of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, because take a look, temperatures below freezing on the roadways means black ice is primed to form. But by mid-morning, this should not be an issue anymore. So that's the good news, at least. Very quick look at how bridges handle the ice, how they become an icing concern, rather. Those surfaces are exposed on both sides, and it allows those temperatures to cool off much quicker. That is just the quick and dirty with that. And a very quick look Monday morning, weather aware due to the dangerous cold as well, with a hard freeze expected for the majority of the area. Remember the 4 Ps, folks. And on our local waters, the small craft advisory does go into effect tomorrow for 15 to 25 knot winds, 2 to 4 foot seas, and just a raw day out there as well. So weather aware Sunday and Monday due to this wintry mix moving in for portions of the area, followed by that refreeze, but just a cold week as well until we get towards the end of the week into the weekend for the hope of warmer temperatures.
Yeah, make sure to bundle up, and if you see any flurries or have any pictures of road conditions, make sure to send them to us for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We also had some flurries in the NFL in the coaching cycle because